absolutely love this. I just had a subscriber message me saying he won his first fight by TKO in the second round using a technique which I helped him learn or develop on the channel. Absolutely amazing. Today I'm going to show you that footage of him winning his fight. I'm going to break down the message he sent to me, and I'm going to talk about how many people on the channel are saying I'm helping up their game so much, and how you can continue to do the exact same thing. So the first thing that I want to say about this topic, this subject today, is the content I've been putting out there for everybody who comes and subscribes to the channel, watches the videos. It is 100% passion on my part. I love this sport. I love giving back to so many people because I had initially so many people help me. And when I get messages like I got recently from this guy saying, wow, I helped him win his fight with a technique he learned on the channel, it means so much to me. And this is not the first time this has happened. For example, I actually had somebody message me saying they started at Nikki Holtzkin's gym, and Nikki came over to them and said, wow, you're really good. Have you trained before? And they said, well, no, not really. But yeah, I use this guy's YouTube channel to learn the technique. So on this channel, you can definitely develop your skills to a decently high level. Can you be a professional world champion just watching my channel? No, I'll be upfront about that, but you can hone your skills quite a bit. Just like the subscriber who won his fight recently, and he used a technique which we went through recently, and it was using a hook up high to draw your opponent's guard up. And then as you throw the hook, you actually miss, building momentum. And then you come around with a spinning side kick to the body because their hand is up high in defense. Now, I'm not going to break down the whole thing today. Plus, my filming space is limited. But if you want to see that video, you can refer to it up here. And I do have one of my buddies, Wayne Lee, to thank for the video footage in that video, because he executed in a sparring session this exact technique, and it inspired me to make the video because I went, oh, look at this. I have the perfect example. Now, before I show you the video footage and before we go through the message from Frank, who is the guy who won his fight using this technique, I just want to take a quick moment and give a shout out to the sponsor of this episode, XMartial. I have been getting all their gear recently, shin pads, amazing apparel, and if you need to up your wardrobe or you need to pick up some gear, I highly recommend them. You can head over to XMartial.com and use the promo code Gabriel Varga to save, and just make sure you give this website a look. It is absolutely stacked with amazing gear to purchase. Now, first off, before we go through the video footage of Frank winning his fight, I quickly want to read to you what he said. I'm not going to post it up. He says, hello, Gabriel. I won my first fight last night, and I have to thank you. A couple months ago, I saw your ultimate spinning back kick video and have been practicing it. I even told my trainer about it and asked him if I should try it in the fight. Good thing he said yes. I used it to win my fight by second round TKO. He goes on to say he's 37 years old, basically started training 2 or 3 years ago, lost 80 pounds, best shape of his life, and he said all your videos, all the mental ones, are truly priceless, and that you can tell that the effort you put into them is pure passion. That is what he had to say, and like I said, it means so much. It's also very important for many people out there to hear, okay, a 37-year-old, same age as me, had his first fight, because a lot of guys message me at 30, 32, 35, even late 20s saying, oh, I feel like I might be too old to start fighting. Yeah, maybe you're a little bit too old to start fighting and think about collecting the belts I have behind me. That would be a little harder, but if you wanted to get in and have 5 or 10 fights, experience this world, you can absolutely do it, just as Frank has demonstrated. Now let's look at this footage of him executing the technique which he learnt and developed on the channel. It's a very fast clip. First off, we see Frank throw that hook like we talked about. Now you can see his opponent lifts that arm up, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking to draw that arm up. If you make connection with their arm, like you're actually trying to knock them out, it doesn't work. It's not hit pause, spinning sidekick, because it's far too easy for somebody to go block, reset. You have to be very quick on your rotation, come around and catch them with that spinning sidekick before that elbow can drop back down. And keep in mind, this is a technique that will work very well for beginner, intermediate level, because people sometimes overcommit and forget about the rechamber when they're being defensive. Somebody who's super high level would have gone, oh, hook, and it would have been right back down, and maybe they would have got that elbow in the way to block the spinning sidekick. That's just why as you get more and more advanced, your techniques need to be faster and faster and more on point so that you can breach that gap between somebody who goes and pauses for a moment and somebody who's up and down. But to me, this is absolutely thrilling. The whole thing, getting the message, seeing people develop on the channel, and it's absolutely something everybody out there can be doing as well. Very simply, keep up with the content. Some days it's not going to be as applicable to developing your own skills. It's watching other fights, watching my fights, watching me spar. You still learn a lot when you do that, but then other days I break down the tutorials, break down the techniques, and that's where you have to be tuned in. And you have to be watching if you want that skill level to build. Now, I did not have access to this type of material back when I was starting my career, but you can bet anything you want on the fact that I was watching the best fighters in the world and I was taking notes and then trying out things. I didn't have the advantage of them sitting down and explaining to me exactly what they were doing, but more or less because my brain is very martial arts oriented, and I've been doing this for so long, I could look at them and go, okay, they did this and this and this and this, and I create my own tutorial in my head. So you're on the channel, you're listening, you're learning, you're getting better. I guarantee you that. And Frank, congratulations on your fight. That is fantastic. That first fight is the scariest, in my opinion. Every time after that, they get a little easier, a little easier. Yes, the opponents get harder, but it's that first fight that is the scariest overall. Absolutely fantastic job, and my best to you in your second fight if you decide to make that happen. Everybody out there, please give the video a like if you enjoyed the content. If you have not already, join the channel and get subscribed to keep up with all the information I'm putting out there. As always, train hard, and I will see you back here soon for another video.